All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking about real music in real time for a few real people out there, just like you and just like me. My question for the rock world is: could there be something more that's going on between Richie Sambora and John Bon Jovi that is keeping them apart? It seems like something else is at work. John's got his story about what happened. It appears that Ritchie just kind of bailed. And this is how many years ago now? Like over 10 years ago. And Bon Jovi has a new song out called Legendary. Richie Sambora has a song out now called I Pray. Neither song is that great. But if you put these two guys in the same room again and have them write and sing and play, and then maybe find a producer, find somebody who could do production, yeah, I think it might work again. I really do. Before I get to the Bon Jovi saga, here is Zelbo. This is an album I just like to listen to it. This is a band I don't think they're even together anymore. That is pretty crazy. But the album is called In My Dreams. I went searching on social media, and I think they have a Facebook page, and the Facebook page is no longer active, or they haven't posted anything on there. That's what the guys look like. I'm pretty sure these guys are from Sweden. Um, this is like one part progressive, one part just straight up AOR, another part like pop, a little bit of Toto, a little bit of Journey going on in this, but it's got its own thing, and it's a really good thing. So again, if you want to just listen to some cool music, definitely some progressive tendencies. The album cover, something you might see a progressive rock band have as an album cover. Zelbo, In My Dreams. Now, Bon Jovi is out there with a brand new song. It's called Legendary. And um, I guess there's a documentary that just came out. People Magazine is talking to both John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora. I guess Richie told a source over at People Magazine that he flew out to see John and brought him a birthday present, a really nice guitar, but they screened John's documentary instead. So, this is the stuff that's going on, and maybe it's just a lot of miscommunication. But typically that happens right when people are texting each other and you misconstrue a text because somebody is just typing words at you and you don't know the tone of how they sent it. Maybe you didn't like their response, thought it was too short, right? I've been working on trying to reply, in fact, to patrons on my channel with a little bit more depth, because there are times where I'm pretty busy, and then I'm thinking to myself, well, they wrote this long story to me, and I'm writing back like a sentence, and it just doesn't seem adequate. So you've got to be careful in the world of social media. But these guys were hanging out together, and so Ritchie brings a guitar to a John, and instead they're watching this new documentary. It says here Ritchie left after the third episode because he was sick and tired of what he was seeing. Interesting. So the source continues. He says here he didn't like the way he was being portrayed. He disagrees with how they framed his departure from the band, and to him, the currency of happiness is more important than the currency of money. Interesting. Now, look, whether you like, Bon Jovi or not, they really haven't been the same band since Ritchie left. They were already going in a different. I mean, they don't sound anything like they used to sound. I mean, the new song, I think I did a review on it, and it steals like a chorus from a Casting Crowns song. It just does. The song is called Legendary, and the song that I can't remember the song I compared it to with Casting Crowns. We Were Made for Something. I can't remember the name of it. It'll pop in my head as I'm trying to complete this sentence here, or maybe not. Maybe it will happen after the video is over. But I'm listening to the production value on the Casting Crowns record and on the Bon Jovi record. I'm like, who's producing the Bon Jovi album? You would think a legendary band, by the way, who's doing a song called Legendary, would have a little bit better production value. Same for Ritchie's new song. It's called I Pray. And both songs sound like, they were recorded in a basement somewhere, and it's just not, it's not bright. It's not vibrant. The music on the Bon Jovi song sounds a little bit like traditional Bon Jovi stuff. I will say that. But again, you need Ritchie, and maybe you need Bob Rock. He just made Motley Crue sound like they're not so bad again, even though I'm not a fan of Motley Crue. But there are some great songs out there that are being released as we speak by bands you've never heard of with much better production value. And so, do these guys just, they probably know no one's going to play this anyway. So we'll put it out there, and then we'll play it live a few times, and then the song will go away and people will forget about it. But getting back to the Ritchie Sambora, John Bon Jovi thing, I sense that Ritchie's departure from the band was more than just wanting to raise his family. I'm thinking there was something else going on, even though John keeps saying there was never any animosity. But he has Ritchie over the house. Ritchie brings a present, and he's like, hey, let's watch our documentary, or the documentary we did about you. We'll make Ritchie making Ritchie the whole showcase of the documentary to me is just like, all right, so you're using the fact that I left the band to add to this documentary and to make people interested in it. And that is a good story as far as why did this happen? But if he's not liking the portrayal, and what's sad is maybe he should have been brought in as a consultant. If there's no animosity, as John says, then why not bring him in to the whole process and have him be a part of it? Who knows, right? But the drama continues because, again, Ritchie says he wants back in. John says the door's been open for 10 years. So why isn't this happening? There's got to be something else that is keeping this from moving forward. And do I care that much about this at this stage? I mean, I met both of those guys in 1990. Just makes me feel really old that I met John and Ritchie back in 1990. And they wouldn't remember me. I doubt they would remember. I mean, they meet hundreds of people at concerts, and I was the guest of Polygram Records, and they were sending me off in a nice way by getting me these backstage passes to go see Bon Jovi and Cinderella, I might add. So that was quite a show. But all I can think of is that there's another part of this story that's not being told. And, John says that Ritchie had issues. Like, what kind of issues? Were they substance abuse issues? Did he drink too much? Did he party too much? Did he have some kind of a thing that he needed to get help with? I'm sure it's been documented out there that maybe he had some addiction issue. But, again, the issue that at the time was used as the reason for the departure was that Ritchie wanted to spend more time with his family. So it's abrupt the way he left, and he did admit that was not a good idea. So anyway, John is still talking about this stuff. So this, I guess, has really hurt him. It certainly hurt the band. The band continues. I mean, Legendary, the song, has 3 million views on it. So people are still interested in Bon Jovi. It's just that they really need to get their act together. John sounds pretty good on the song, too. If you're wondering about his vocal cords, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do the same thing performing live, but I think we're going to find out soon enough. And if you're a fan of Bon Jovi, I am a fan. I'm kind of a mid-level casual fan of Bon Jovi. I think you should check out their new song and also check out Ritchie's first new song in a long time called I Pray. So if you're in the whole Bon Jovi family there, if you like that kind of music, then check it out. All right, Zelbo here, and their album In My Dreams. Again, this is what I call ear candy, okay? This is just pure ear candy, super well-written songs. If this had come out, say, in 1990, would have been a huge hit on rock radio stations, but we know how that story went, and it's still going. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless everyone. Pray for peace. I keep saying this. This is how I end a lot of my videos. Pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world and in Ukraine, just everywhere and in your own heart. And thanks for watching. God bless and see you soon.